Well, Tanner Steiner and Elena Phillips, who are now in college, they were high school graduates at Clarion, kind of introduced street art to the Clarion program. They collaborated with the French photographer J.R.
It started out with an Inside Out project by an artist named J.R.
who posts large black and white photos of people making a difference in public locations. Last summer we went to London on the Europe trip and we had a street art tour. And before that, no one really knew what street art was or anything about it.
The kids got to go on a tour, like a street art tour in like Brick Lane, like East End district, and you got to see all these artists that work every day.
So there we learned the concept and what each type of street art there is, like graffiti or murals and stuff like that.
Which is important with street art because what it does is it enlivens the community by working, especially with the students like I did on my project, because it gets them involved in creating a more beautified space uptown.
Yeah, he taught us that street art was a way to revitalize communities, a way to connect with your community.
And then it generates conversations with not only like passerby citizens, but also people coming into town. So I went to Mr. Jones and asked him if he had anything going on, and he said they were thinking about doing these giant panels and the kids were going to paint them like murals and they're going to hang them up on Fowler's furniture. We started talking about it and he had that in motion, and it was neat because not only did they have to come up with ideas, but then they had to go and present them to Mr. Fowler.
Without Mr. Jones, like none of this would have been possible because he just kept encouraging all of us. What I hope to see is that I hope it continues to grow. Even if Sebastian and I leave and Mr. Jones leaves, I hope that it still is an ongoing thing. Maybe like change panels, maybe find new locations, maybe like other people in the community come in. And I just hope that it just develops that more, the creativity in our community.
It's a learning experience that shows me that people accept things and that things can change, and that even people who think that Clarion's a small-minded town because we're in like the outskirts of the city doesn't mean that people don't accept artwork and don't want to see it. It's just it's like breaking down barriers to find out what's underneath.